God is dead and people worship money now. I want 2024 to be a year that every underground artist in Toronto wins. Let's talk about Spotify. They're paying you 30% of a penny per stream. That level of greed was just egregious to me. Now we have a streaming service playing songs from the platform right now. This is the best songs in the city. You'll never hear anything like this on Spotify because we split subscriptions 50-50.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at an interview I did with Lens of Yashu. Shout out Lens of Yashu. He's a podcaster. And just to give you a little bit of context, I'm the founder of a platform called Stream. Stream is an independent streaming platform that splits subscription revenue 50-50 with artists. And I'm going to start releasing videos like this so you guys can get a behind the scenes of what we've been doing and how we've been working with other artists. So you'll see myself, the trials and tribulations I go to and the friends that we make along the way. And it'll be pretty exciting. We're going to try to give you little glimpses of the life of artists in the city, and especially the ones that are on our streaming platform. So with Stream, I want to go a bit further than just online. We have an event every month. The biggest one that we do is Unsanctioned, happens every other month, and it's a concert series with all underground artists from our streaming platform. And so we do a little bit of a wrap up a month after. Lens of Yashu was there and he took some incredible interviews. Go check him out after you watch this video. Here, the interview that you're gonna see is just with me and him chopping it up, going through a lot of things, because I think a lot of people that know about Stream don't necessarily know about me and what I'm about. So I figured, be exciting to start to give people an inside view of, the life and what we've been doing to make this takeover happen. So definitely check it out. Please give us a like, share, subscribe. Definitely comment. The algorithm loves comments, so drop all those comments there. Anything that we said, anything controversial, any hot takes you have, drop them in the comments. And excited to see what you think and to have you along this journey. So let's keep building.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah, she gotta, what, yeah, okay, no way, I'll be there soon. Listen, I gotta make moves, I ain't gonna wait for you. I gotta make moves, I ain't got no time for you. I gotta make moves, I ain't got no time for you. I gotta make moves, I ain't gonna wait for you. I gotta make moves, I ain't gonna wait for you. I gotta make moves, I ain't got no time for you. I gotta make moves.
Whenever you're ready, so we have the legendary Kamani
Hey.
founder, creator, founder, being on that owner, hosts a lot of Unsanctioned shows and all that. It's definitely a story right now.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that intro.
Sure. So, when did you start creating this platform and all that? How did that come about?
Oh, a very long time ago. And initially in 2015. I was kind of inspired by Instagram because a lot of people were saying Instagram is death of photography, but for me, I was like, actually, it means that a lot of more people could be photographers. So that means we could see the best photography. Whereas before, there was a lot of barriers. So the best photographer, might not have been able to afford the best camera or before to put their photography in galleries. So we never really got to see the best photographer, right? So I just thought about other platforms that do that. And I felt like I felt like SoundCloud was coming very close to that. But didn't quite live up to that expectation that I had for it. So I wanted to see that platform and it wasn't there. So I decided to create it. I wanted a platform that, oh shoot, my bad, the mic's up here. I wanted a platform that liberated artists and listeners. The best artists are at the top. It's a democracy. The people that we love to listen to, they're the ones that bubble up to the top that we can hear more of. So it's just a great platform for listeners, a great platform for artists. And it's been almost a decade and the journey's been long, but I think the need is still there. So I just keep going. And now we have a streaming service playing songs from the platform right now. This is the best songs in the city. You'll never hear anything like this on Spotify. There's no playlist that can amount to what we've done. And we're not just playlists. We're outside. We have shows. Whether you like it or not, they're unsanctioned. So, it was a long journey, but we're here.
So what were the initial goals that you had in mind when you first started off with this platform right now?
Okay, well, I gotta go deep into the craze because it's been a minute. It was a long time, so I gotta really think really far back. But realistically, my parents come from a place called Grenada. It's a small island, but you've probably heard our music before. So what that made me think is if Grenada, an island of around 100,000 people, there's more Grenadians that live outside of Grenada than they do in the actual country. If that country's music is out there at the level that it is, that you could say, a lot of people can name a lot more Grenadian artists than they can Toronto artists, which is kind of crazy. Because it's a fraction of the size. So I really like looked at that and I was like, what's the difference? And there's gatekeepers, don't get me wrong, but there's far less gatekeepers in a market like Grenada because there's not that many eyes on such a tiny island, and that means that you actually get artists and music that's pushed by the community first. So you're hearing what the community has decided is the best music in Grenada, and there's a very strong pride of listening to Grenadian music, especially during Carnival, which is during August or whatever. And I just didn't see that here. I saw a lot of crab in the bucket mentality in Toronto, where I grew up. So I wanted to bring that mentality and that way of existing in the music space. I wanted to bring that to Toronto. Toronto at the time was very, very cliquey, very, very about a gatekeeping. It's not what you do, it's who you know. And I didn't like that. I felt like it was bad for music, and I love music. You'll see me anywhere I'm at. Even people that don't like me, if their music is good, I'm at their party. I'm telling them, yo, you're great. Keep going. So, I want to see more of that leadership in Toronto, and it wasn't happening from the very highest and the top and the highest of the echelon. So, I had to bring it myself. I'll say that's my number one goal, is just shattering gatekeepers and doing, what works in Grenada and doing what worked for hip hop. That's the same story of hip hop. You know what I mean? Community pushes the best artists first, and then the mainstream can get on it after, right? So I kind of just wanted to bring that mentality and that culture and that mindset to the music industry on a whole. And Toronto, you have that opportunity in Toronto. So, Toronto is a world-class city where if you change things here, you can make a big, wide ripple effect in the world. So I felt like I was in a unique position, being that I'm from here. So I felt like, make it happen. Anyways, that was long. Sorry for that long-winded answer.
So many people that want like this platform and all that have the music, what would be like an initial reason on like why they want like the music, like the platform and all that, and that made them like interested, like maybe like the main interest that they had to be on the platform?
Artists? Okay, for artists, it's simple. They make more money with stream than they do on Spotify, on Apple Music, because we split subscriptions 50-50. So, thank you for that alley-oop. I see what you did there. There's no platform like that, and if you're looking at traditional streaming services, like let's talk about Spotify. They're paying you 30% of a penny per stream. 30% of a penny. I can't even go down the street and buy anything and give them a penny. They're not going to accept it. It's illegal. So I just felt like that level of greed was just egregious to me, right? So I felt like artists are our partners. They're the ones that are creating the incredible music that you're hearing right now. So why can't we just go 50-50 on it, right? Like, I'm giving you the platform to reach as many people as possible through the power of the internet, and you're the one that's creating the music that people want to listen to. So why isn't that a 50-50 partnership?
Like, what are like some like goals like 2024 that you have like mounted on that platform?
Right. So honestly, right now, my slogan is the Loud Army Empire takeover is imminent. So we're in the middle of a takeover, right? Like, that's kind of how it happens. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but like Ja Rule was killing it, in the 90s. Ja Rule was doing his thing. He was killing it. Everybody thought, oh, this is the man. He's the man. And then 50 Cent came. And the takeover was imminent, and it happened. 50 Cent probably knew about it like 5 or 10 years before, but nobody else did until it happened. So this is our takeover. 2024 is the Loud Army takeover, and the Loud Army is an army for a reason. It's not just me. I don't want people to think that this is just my platform. This is a platform I made with love for artists and creators to be liberated. So I want 2024 to be a year that every underground artist in Toronto wins. And if we could be a part of their story, if we could help them, make 50%, and that leads into something that they can put back into their career and grow and blossom and blow up, that's what the takeover is. That's why it's imminent. Like, it's a formula you can't lose on. Like, it's a formula, like, how can we lose? How can we lose? Once people hear the music, they know themselves, right? So I would say that's the goal for 2024. It's like, the takeover is, it's unstoppable. Like, it's gonna happen. It's imminent. And if you Google what imminent means, it means it's nearby. It's close.
Questions like tap into kind of get on the side of the creative artists and all that. So what do you do to spots like GTA?
Oh, shoot, you're doing this to me? Yo, all the places I like to eat don't treat me right. So yo, they don't do me good. They do me dirty because they know they cook that fire, and they know I'm a customer. Like, they treat me like a customer. You know what I mean? It's just like, take this shit. But I will say, I have to shout out Cafe 106. The owner, Chanel, is somebody that is just passionate about her business, passionate about her cafe. She flies to different countries to get you the best tea, the best coffee blends. So Cafe 106, which is a cafe that's kind of hidden near Weston Go Station. So I have to shout out Cafe 106. I have to shout out Old NASA, because Caribbean music in Toronto is lacking right now. Everybody knows this. It's not a hot take. Caribbean food in Toronto is no longer made with love or inspiration. It's not your grandparents or your parents cooking that up in that restaurant anymore. Somebody inherited the restaurant and they're not doing it justice, or they're trying to do every single fusion possible. Okay, there's nothing wrong with innovating, but some things are tried and true. I don't need jerk chicken pizza. I'm sorry, I don't need it. Okay, I need just the jerk chicken. You need to do it on the oil drum. Stop playing. So
that's why I have to shout out all NASA, because she does it like she's bringing that love back to Caribbean music. She has a restaurant that is all Bahamas cuisine, and it's authentic. I never had Bahamas cuisine before I went to Old NASA, so it's that real shit. And it's I'm pretty sure it's the only Bahamas restaurant in Canada. So shout out to her. What else? Let me do one more. Let me think. There's a nice vegan spot that I go to on Weston 2 called V's or something like that. There's that joint that I like. Dab's Hot Spot. I have to give it up to them, even though they're kind of mean. They're not nice. What I want for black restaurants like today in 2024 is just treat us nice. Just treat the black people that come give you your money and eat your food. Just be nice to us. Like, we have feelings too. All right, because I could shout out way more, but I don't like to treat people that don't treat me well. You know what I mean? I don't like to give them a platform. So
If you could bring one person, like one person to that, would it be?
God, because I heard you say that to TJ, and I was like, that's gonna be my response. Like, it literally came to the top of my head. Now, what do I mean by that? Like, first of all, I am not like well, let me not say anything contradictory, but don't guess what my beliefs are. When I say God, I mean that in a universal way. Whoever your God is dead, and people worship money now, and that's a problem. So when I say God, I'm thinking about community. I'm thinking about people. When you believe in something that's bigger than you, you start to think about how you play a role in bringing up everybody around you, and that's God. Like, whatever that looks like for you, I think that's dead right now. We need to bring that back.
If we leave like one big community behind in order to progress, like what would it be?
Clout. Like leaving something behind? Clout. Let it go. You don't have fans. You have people that love your music and want to support you. Get rid of clout. Focus on what it is the mission of making music is. When people hear your music, what happens to them? Focus on that experience. What are you trying to do for people? What are you trying to, accomplish? What are you trying to make them feel? So forget about the clout that comes with if you do it successfully, and just focus on creating and having that impact that you want to make. Yo, thanks for giving me this opportunity to say this shit.
There's like one special one that I really want to ask like people. Coffee with Gary Vee, dinner with Scooter Braun.
Shit, I know Gary Vee, but who's Scooter? Who?
Scooter Braun, so he managed like Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber,
Word.
Demi Lovato, like those people. Like,
Damn, since I don't know one and I don't really care for the other, I'm gonna have to say by myself. I'll take, and not even coffee. Give me tea.
Yo, where can they find you on social media?
I am at the Loud Army, so that's at loud.army. That's the same as our website, www.loud.army, not .com, not .ca. Go on there, see for yourself. Go to the Spotlight tab. You can see different things that we have going on. You see Now Playing. That's all the music that's featured in our social media. You can see our top, our winter hit list, which is the top songs of the winter. And just go on there. Tell me if there's any misses. I think we have Loud Picks R&B right now too up. So just go on there, listen to the music. Tell me if there's any misses. And if there's not, just give us $9, because you could be a part of the history that we're about to make right now. Just give us your $9, become a member, come to a show, rock out with us. Let's get it. Take 4. Well, hello there, and welcome to Loud World. My phone is literally just caught up on a tree between a branch. I wish I could take a picture of this setup because I'm impressed by my resourcefulness. Welcome to the Loud Army Takeover. Hello, and welcome to the channel. I caught you this time. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Because I was tired of seeing artists get paid 30% of a pen. See, it's so crazy. Sometimes I'm even like, what, how much is it? You can zoom in too. You can zoom in? What? Okay, we're just gonna go the regular amount.
Eugene, that is disgusting.
Listen up, what?
Wow, Quan.
Never stop, believing, keep going. Yeah, let's. First we bag it up, zip it, seal it tight, pitch it.